My name's Tamsen Galloway. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Client Services for Blab. We are the pioneers of predictive social intelligence, and we are Seattle-based, but we have a Portland presence.
Tell me about the history of the company.
So Blab started in Seattle, and the idea started a few years ago. The idea itself was a response to the fact that brands were losing influence with consumers and were having a more difficult time really gaining traction and being relevant to their target audience. It started from that idea and that passion to becoming a real product last year in 2012. And so we have a very strong team, both on a management level as well as a technical level, who have been able to create this amazing product and bring it to market.
So predictive social intelligence, what does that mean?
It's a short way of saying we have pretty amazing engineers who have been able to create a way for brands to become influential again in the social landscape. We not only give those brands an opportunity to see conversations as they're happening in real time, but we also give them the opportunity to become part of that conversation at an early stage so that as they grow, they're able to really contribute in a meaningful way for their audience.
Can you give me an example of how that works?
Well, what we do is a brand has a general target audience that they're looking to speak with. Sometimes they just want to see what they're talking about and maybe not necessarily talk to them, but get a good feel for what the sentiment is around a particular topic. So say, for example, you're a large footwear company. You might be really interested in a certain demographic that traditionally you've looked at as more of a gender and an age-based demographic. So you're going for, let's say, women from 28 to 45, fitting a certain lifestyle. What Blab gives you an opportunity to do as a brand is to look at the psychographics around your target audience instead. Gives you an insight to what conversations are happening that have non-obvious connections. So that if somebody is talking about gardening and they, by the way, have a conversation on the side that highlights Nike or Adidas or another of your competitors, you're able to jump into that conversation and maybe start a dialogue with some of the influencers there and really shape where that conversation goes.
What's the biggest challenge for the business?
Biggest challenge for the business right now, because we are small but we've gained a lot of momentum, is getting our product out to the market quickly and getting the brand recognition. We're in an area where we are pioneering predictive social intelligence, but we also recognize that it is something that's catching a lot of buzz, and so there's a lot of companies that are interested in being in that space. So our primary objective is to create that designation as being on the forefront of actually being able to predict, which is something that is very different from our competitors.
Your product just launched. How has it been received so far?
It has been very validating. You know, we launched this amazing product, and it's really different than what's out there, what has been out there, and it really takes marketing the way it's been done and really throws a major curve in there. So there's some hesitation about how well it would be received, but it's been phenomenal. People are really excited. We have had not only people that are now customers, but also people in the sales process before that who are evaluating us, who call us in the middle of the night, you know, and leave messages saying, "I have this idea, and here's how I want to use it." And so when they actually get the product, they're really even more excited about it, and they see the uses for it in several different ways, and some we hadn't anticipated. So it's very exciting.
What advice do you have for new entrepreneurs?
Sleep now, because you won't sleep later. It's kind of like being a new parent, I suppose, if you look at it that way. You know, you won't look fashionable every day because you will have lost a lot of sleep, and you know, but really, it's something that you have to absolutely love. So if you have reservations about what you're jumping into, you can't give it the commitment that you need to with a startup. You absolutely have to just get in, jump in, look up at 16 hours later and say, wow, I guess I probably should have, you know, gotten out of my pajamas today. But you might not have been able to, but what comes out of that and the product and the effort and the collaboration is absolutely unique and priceless. And if you're designed for it, it's the best thing in the world.